Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink. It is time for some Path of Exile discussion. Grinding Gear Games today put live pathofexile2.com. Now this is a website that they're going to be using to advertise the upcoming POE2. It doesn't really have a lot of new information on it. There was some stuff that went online for an hour or so and has since been deleted. Now a lot of this has been captured by people over on the Path of Exile subreddit, and someone whose username over there is Subwoofer has mirrored a bunch of it. And so, in terms of the main landing page for pathofexile2.com, all you've got here is a countdown to the ExileCon livestream. So this is going to be the big news dump for Path of Exile 2. I expect we won't get very much information until that goes live, and that then all of a sudden we'll get a tremendous amount. It'll be like the start of a new league, just a bit bigger. Then there's also links to past information that's been made available. There's the ExileCon livestream from 2019, there's the ExileCon official trailer, gameplay preview, gameplay walkthrough, and second trailer. All of this, except for the second trailer here, is stuff that came out in 2019 ExileCon. And the second trailer, I think, came out in late 2020. But if you're not up to date on everything POE2, that's where you can go find that. The stuff that's since been hidden. There was something written in the Harbinger script, and there's been a little bit of an effort on the Path of Exile subreddit to interpret this. It seems like it's a lot of words that broadly relate to the story of Path of Exile 3.0 through 3.21. But it's not very much information. I will put a link down in the description of this video to that information. You can have a look at it if you want, but it is all theory information at the moment. And finally, there's a number of images that were captured during this period as well. So this is images out of context, and you'll see here firstly, there's a number of the new gem sockets. So we have blue sockets, green sockets, and red sockets, as we're familiar with from Path of Exile 1. But there's also these hybrid sockets, blue-red, blue-green, and green-red. And people speculate that this is going to be a visual descriptor for the way that gems are going to work in Path of Exile 2, which is that you will not socket support gems into an item, you will socket them into the skill gem, or in some cases into a new type of gem that is called a meta gem. So these blue-green gem slots will be able to be found on Dexterity and Intelligence hybrid gear, and they will be able to socket in one blue or green skill gem, and then that blue or green skill gem will be able to have up to 5 support gems socketed into it, depending upon the actual gem itself. So that's what's believed to be the case here. We'll have to find out exact details, and I think we will get those when this countdown reaches 0. Next, there's an image of a monster that's completely out of context, and I'm sure we'll find out more about that at a later stage. A little bit of a background image that again has no context. Some more gem-related information here. So this is just gem art. And again, we've got the same blue, red, white, green, and also some of the more exotic things like your orange sockets for Delve and your Abyss sockets for Abyss items. And then there's a number of other new gem icons that are being used. You'll also notice that there's some more colorblind friendly versions of the blue, red, and green sockets as well, which will definitely be needed. Next is an image that doesn't really make much sense to me here. This is not a Path of Exile 2 image because it's got a 6-link tabula in it, and tabula will not have links in it. It'll have 3 white sockets, whereas a normal chess piece will have 2 sockets. One will be the color of one of the stat requirements, the other will be the color of the other stat requirement, or if it's a pure strength base, then it'll be 2 red sockets. And so that's definitely not a POE2 thing. I'm not really sure what this is doing in the compilation. And also it's odd seeing what looks like a ritual window, but it's got divine orbs, and those divine orbs are not in the top left corner where they would normally be found. So I'm not sure what this relates to, but it's probably not POE2 related. Then we have a number of just other images that look like they're the background from the Path of Exile website when there's been a release announcement. So just a whole bunch of art here that is worth having a look at. It might provide some information, but lacking the context to really be able to tell much of what it means. Of course, we've got boats because every league gets hyped up as being boat league. And then we've got some monsters, the second one of which definitely looks like it's a boss. Finally, we have an example of what the new gem interface is going to look like. And again, you can see here that you've got a red socket with a red skill gem in it. And that red skill gem has red support gem slots inside it. And so it's got 2 slots, one of which is filled. And then you'll see this blue and red gem slot here, which has a red gem in it with 2 red supports inside it. So a lot of this is stuff we've seen before. The big stuff that's new is some of the artwork that's available now, and also a little bit more clarification on what it's going to look like when we have these blue and red hybrid sockets that you see here, and of course the fact that the Path of Exile 2 website is on countdown mode. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. May your Val Orbs have interesting results, and I will see you around.